Group stage matches took place, and it's entertaining, man. It's entertaining, especially with where the scene's at right now. Not a whole lot of obvious answers as far as which team's going to be on top, and a lot of roster changes going about throughout. So as teams kind of get a feel moving forward to seeing where they're going to be at. So an exciting time right now in Heroes of New Earth, and we're having some fun with it with the Onslaught 2 event. So the group stages continue here into this weekend, both Saturday and Sunday. And again, after Sunday, we will find out the brackets and how they're looking at. But the matchup we're going to start off today with in this best-of-2 series is Reason Gaming versus Team DsBn here in this 2-game series. And my co-caster for today is going to be the one, the only, Snooey. Snooey, how's it going?
Yes, hi. Doing good as always. As you mentioned, some roster changes here, or ringers at least, for both sides actually. Charlie stepping in for Nero on Reason Gaming side, and on DsBn side, I'm not entirely sure how many ringers they are using, if it's 2 or 3, but Fibelli got some experience playing with these guys since before.
Yeah.
Of course, being from Greece, as well as Penny, so they definitely know each other well. But yeah, interesting. Probably gonna result in a lot of aggressive playstyles here, because that's usually what you want to do when you play with ringers, because of the communication is not top notch. So you don't want to take it into the late game and get into those big team fight situations. You just want to win the laning phase and then take the lead from there and just roll on your advantage.
Absolutely, that's definitely a game plan here for you. Would say even more so for Team DsBn, especially. I know even Reason Gaming, as you pointed out, they are using a ringer as well. But Charlie does have a lot of history with these guys. To be fair, I mean, he has been on Reason Gaming in the past himself for a bit of time. So a ringer, sure, but not necessarily the craziest thing ever for them over here. So looking forward to seeing what he plays, let alone how he steps in, which I'm sure will be great. But Team DsBn, yeah, we really don't know what to expect out of them. They're kind of one of these teams right now, though, and I think they've kind of been that way. They've never really been a permanent 5-man team. I mean, they're one of those teams that they'll switch around a lot as far as their roster goes. It's almost like they have a pool of 10 or 12 players where they're like, okay, who can make it on this day? And they end up fielding 5. And with a couple of cores, Guifix, Panty, those two seem to be kind of that core, but it's entertaining in that sense too, because it seems like they always do come through with at least quality players at the very least. So
yeah, that's a good way to put it. Yeah, I know that Celtic is away for the summer, and I think the same goes for Pewee. So yeah, definitely swapping it up quite a bit now in this Onslaught tournament at least. Speaking about the drafts, by the way, it seems like Reason Gaming are going with a lot of aggression. I would assume that is a Magnus Pyre Monster in the mid, and then we got an Andromeda roaming. And the War Beast, of course, with that battle cry, gonna help a lot when it comes to that early aggression when they're going to collide with 3 heroes in the mid lane.
Yeah. Yeah, so obviously 4 heroes deep already for Reason Gaming with that War Beast, Andromeda, Magnus, Pyromancer in total. You got Doctor, Midas, and Deadwood sure enough on the side, and you see them right-click on that Gladiator. That would be a fun pick coming out here from the Hellborn side and Team DsBn, but again, kind of almost expecting a little bit fun and different here. From them. Real quickly, too, Reason Gaming 2-0 currently here in the group stages. Say the least, they're in a very good spot. They did sweep both their series, so they have 6 points in total. They are up there on the charts. Sync Esports slightly ahead of them, but Sync has played one more match, to be fair. So trying to surpass them even right here with this match. Accursed going to be that 4th pick coming out for DsBn. So I don't know if I saw the Accursed option. Is that even going to be a main support Accursed, or...
I feel like they got their core heroes already in the Deadwood, the Midas, and the Doctor Repulsor, but what I would take out of the draft so far is, like I mentioned already, that Magnus and Pyre Monster and Andromeda is going to put a lot of pressure in the mid, and at first glance from the Hellborn team, I would say that Deadwood is going to be their mid hero, but since they're up versus so much aggression, I would almost want to just swap it around and put Midas in the mid instead, but now they picked up Accursed, so that's going to be a Deadwood Accursed lane in that case, and that's just... not going to be very effective. And of course, a curse can't outbox the War Beast either. So if it's going to be a hard support, like setting a Doctor Repulsor, that's out of the question as well. So I don't know, maybe some offensive tri-lane from the Hellborn team as well. But
or Doctor Jungle, I think we actually could see it. I want to say, were they the team that ran? Somebody ran Doctor Jungle last week, and I don't know if it was them. Was it Slack? Oh, that's right. Yeah, it was Sick. You're right. Okay, so But the potential is there, is all I'm saying. So
Yeah, it is, but yeah, I don't know. I feel like Dr. Repulsor is pretty good hero versus War Beast,
yeah,
1 versus 1, simply because he can both last it in the tower range with the help of his Q, and of course also deal a lot of damage to the wolves.
yeah.
And
Wow.
here comes what?
Where are they going? Yeah, I'm pretty sure that is going to be a jungle doctor. Unless, well, there's no way it's not. I mean, what they have. I mean, there's no really like. Yeah, this is a very funky lineup. I guess we kind of expect this, but
they don't have any stuns at all, so I'm not entirely sure what their plan is to do.
Yeah.
Like Deadwood, I mean, let's say the Deadwood hits the grass, which is not an easy thing to do when you don't have anyone to set it up for you.
yeah,
And then if they hit the grass, like what is Vindicator and a Curse going to do about it? Gonna run in there and out attack them?
yeah.
Like they have no kill potential. They have to like the only way that they can win the laning phase is if recent gaming over extends big time and they get some return kills when fighting in tower range or something. This is a little bit funky.
Yeah. I don't know. That is a little bit odd here from the Hellborn side, but we'll see how Team DsBn ultimately does lane it and how they approach this. But again, this is kind of what we expected, to be fair, as far as the Team DsBn goes. And I will say this is also the first team, it almost feels like the first team ever, that has never actually been tagged up on anyone. It looks almost odd. It almost looks like they're a team. No one being tagged up in any clans or anything. So, but no. So I'm excited to see how they play out here. Now again, they've only played one series so far throughout the 2 days that we've had here in the group stages. So they haven't had a whole lot of play time just yet. Their first series they ended up losing to Mystery Gang, actually, another team in this event, and it's kind of fun seeing their roster. They're actually playing right now against Druids. We're set to play. Also, Complexity Gaming versus Struck His Love is also going on right now. Again, a lot of matches to be played throughout these next 2 days here to wrap up the group stages. And but the Complexity versus Struck series, I believe, is being casted by Mathematical on his stream. So if you'd like to check out that series, we'll get some dual streaming going on. Exciting time for that. So. But, yeah, Reason Gaming, I mean, they looked really good on Thursday as well, especially when they played Druids. They defeated them 2-0. You know, really kind of continuing that momentum post-DreamHack. This is a team, you know, and it seems like that they're going to be sticking together, really. I don't see any reason to believe that they're not going to be the same roster. Man, they're going to be a scary team moving forward. They're going to be one of the teams to beat, if not the team to beat, honestly, moving forward, I think, in the competitive scene.
Yeah.
So,
I spoke with them just after they got defeated by MRR in the finals, and I asked them, like, are you going to stick together as a team? And the only one that was a little bit questionable about it was Tankafed, because he had a lot of studies to do in the coming year. But seeing as he's still playing with them, I would not expect them to make any roster changes whatsoever. So, yeah, great news if you're a recent gaming fan. This team is just, ever since Tankafed joined the team and they got that shout caller and that solid mid player that fits their lineup very well, usually with Imba Boy being in that hard carry and then having an Ophelia or Tempest or something like that in the forest just supports it. They're just become this deadly number 1 or 2 team in the scene right now. I'm not sure if I would place them ahead of Sync, but they are close, and those 2 teams are going to clash after this series as well. So
yeah,
that's going to be a really good one.
Yeah, obviously, we have to have a little bit of time more to develop here. But, again, honestly, with them defeating Sync at DreamHack and Sync even going through a little bit of a roster change now with Mickey leaving, of course, whereas in the case of Reason, it seems like that they are still their full 5. And if we were to do power rankings nowadays, you know, of course, was to bust those out here, I could see some people. I don't know if myself. I probably still would go with Sync number 1, but I could definitely see Reason Gaming being number 1 from some voters out there. So, but again, ultimately the results tell where they're at as far as what they do. And this event is going to be a big part of that. That's kind of another reason why this event's pretty cool. You know, get a $5,000 prize pool, but not too shabby. But the play, a lot of play, 7 best of 2 series that each team plays of 14 games throughout this week. Each team is set up to play against one another. I mean, that's a lot of games throughout a week of matches. And you know, I will say it might be a hint of things to come moving forward. I'm not gonna spoil anything, but you know, we got this whole Han Tour Season 4 officially announced coming up here. If you guys missed it, the qualifiers officially announced, so definitely sign up for that if you haven't yet. look forward to having some fun there and kind of how the breakdown's going to look. But let's just say things may be changing a little bit as far as how it's played throughout the season. I'll just say that. So
a little teaser,
little bit of a teaser, the teaser there of moving forward. So yeah, exciting times ahead. Anyways,
sounds good.
Apparently, a little bit of a technical issue here on the side of Team DsBn, but hopefully not much longer. Good to see Fitbelly here. Fitbelly's been a player. I mean, this guy's been on the scene, I feel like, for a long time now, but has never really been on a star like a top tier team. And I feel like every single season we've always brought him up every now and then. We've happened to cast him every now and then, but never seen him on a team where it's really like, oh yeah, no, Fitbelly is this fantastic player, and there's reason to believe that. So it's
yeah, that's true. I mean, he's been a little bit on and off. I feel like at some point, like he's really active, playing a lot of TMM, is making those big plays and being that public player. And then once in a while, he joins one of those teams as a ringer, but not necessarily a core player for any top team so far. I know that Druids was looking into him a little bit when was it? Their mid player.
Yeah.
The one before. Yeah, when when Labyrinth left the team and Kraken joined them, they were like considering Fitbelly to be one of those. I'm not sure if they tried him out or anything, but I know that Druids have been looking into him, so he's definitely a player with a lot of potential.
Yeah.
Maybe Team DsBn are looking into him as well now. I mean, maybe they're running a little bit of a tryout here as well, taking the Onslaught or that opportunity to just prepare for under Season 4.
Yeah, I kind of feel like, again, last season they kind of just threw it together later on, and so they're almost like in a rush mode because, a couple players really wanted to play, Panty specifically, I know for certain, and into the offseason. They're kind of – actually, they didn't even compete in Hunter Season 4, I don't think. Did they? Maybe they did.
Wait,
or Season 3, I mean.
Yeah, I was like,
yeah.
Season 4.
Season 4 is not happening yet. I guess, yeah, I think they did a little bit later on in the season. But
I think, yeah, they were formed for the DreamHack event.
That's right, yeah. That's right. So, but again, to say the least, it's still kind of a team that they're not certain of what direction they're ultimately going to be heading here moving forward. So, but again, with a new season coming up, this Onslaught event, maybe, as you pointed out, perhaps, if anything, kind of using this as a tryout training grounds here. See what they want to move forward. Oh my gosh, I had the overlay wrong. There we go. Now we're on the end game. Good thing nothing was actually happening right there. All right. Here we go. The lane's developing, and, well, a curse going bottom with Midas here. So, yeah, it is going to be a 2-1-2 setup, sure enough.
I'm not entirely sure why they choose to have Vindicator up here at the top lane. I feel like he's going to accomplish nothing. He can't really do anything about the Warbeast Hellhounds. If you were a Glacius or anything like that, I mean, you could freeze one and potentially stop the pull. But, I mean, look at this. I mean, Zane is just going to pull. He's going to get the lane back. And Vindicator, he's going to have to rotate rather quickly, I feel. But something to point out as well is that Recent Gaming picked up this Bombardier after a curse pick was on the Hellborn side. So I believe that the shield is taking away the bomb from the target. So
yeah, I believe so. That's a good point as well. Yeah, Curse obviously a great hero for that amongst many other debuff removers, obviously. So, yeah, I don't know if it's the case of it's not worth picking up Bombardier because of that, but that is actually that's a pretty good tool at the same time. And we see right here, yes, he is going to shield to remove it, so that kind of clarifies for certain that's the case. But so you're all right. I mean, actually. I don't know. How do you feel? I mean, by the way, Imba Boy playing it. I mean, kind of absorbing it now. Imba Boy's playing the Bombardier. That in itself is pretty odd. But how do you feel about that here in this matchup?
In this matchup, I'm not entirely sure if it's going to be that effective, but I feel like the hero is really underestimated in general. I feel like it's a great tool. I mean, as soon as you hit level 6, especially if you have in a 1 versus 1 situation, you're going to hit level 6 really fast, and then that ultimate of yours is more or less a free kill, as long as you got a stun on another lane. Like, just say that you play a rally on your suicide lane, and you're versus the enemy carry, all you need to do is compel when Bombardier hits level 6, and that's a secure kill. So I think it got a potential. Of course, it's going to drop a lot when the BKB timings hit. What's going on in the mid lane?
Oh, wow, there's a clash here. Actually, Deadwood making Bloodlust, and it looks like he will. Pyromancer picks it up. Vindicator wanting revenge. One more auto attack. It will secure it at least. So a 1-for-1 exchange coming out. But Bloodlust kill in favor of Recent Gaming. Yeah, kind of got that midway through. It looks like Vindicator, though, he got there in time at least for the counter kill on the Pyromancer. But yeah, not a whole lot of stun to work with between Vindicator and Deadwood here in the middle lane.
No, and that was the last big Vindicator as well, knowing that they were going up versus a very offensive lineup. So having a support that can't assist. Oh, nice grasp attempt actually by Platycris.
Yeah.
That would have been a kill if he actually hit it, so nice try.
Yeah, this Vindicator pickup, I'm kind of looking at it a little bit more, and, you know, as we're talking about Bombardier here, kind of absorbing it more, that Vindicator's great against Bombardier as well, with that passive of his especially. You know, Bombardier's all about the constant ability use with the Boom Dust, with the Bombardment, the Sticky Bomb, you know, a lot of spam abilities, one after the other. Speaking of him bottom lane, the Sticky Bomb going to go off right there on a curse. He's in trouble, and he will go down. Only level 2, so not much more he could have done right there, other than maybe attempted to deny himself, but the stun lock prevented that. So well played once again, and good roam coming out, actually, from the hasted Pyromancer. So rune control coming into play.
Power of rune control, yeah. They don't have anything. They have 2 wards of sight down here at the bottom lane, but none of them is actually scouting the rune. So that's probably something they should look into, or at least communicate a little bit better when Pyromancer goes missing towards that bot lane. But yeah, look at the word of sight, by the way, but Shaoli here as well. I mean, he loves to do these offensive words all the time on the safe lane, just to get complete control of the lane.
But Shaoli here, oh yeah, way back here, yeah, I was looking for that one. Yeah, we got some good vision as far as possibly backup coming in, or when they happen to be falling back there, being able to catch him. But again, going back to the Vindicator though, I mean, the more I'm thinking about it too, I'm pretty certain, like, they may not have the intention to pick up Vindicator until they saw that Bombardier pick. And then they're like, okay, well, actually, he makes a lot of sense here. Sure, we have to run it as a main support, but it's still worth it. I mean, do you think that was the logic that kind of went through their head almost, that it's just so good against a Bombardier that they figured they had to have it? Or
I don't think that it's as good as you stated to be. I still think that Bombardier got a lot of out-attack damage, and I feel like, I mean, Vindicator versus a Tempest, oh, look at this bot lane. I think that they're going to get a double tap here.
Yeah, well, they should. Maybe deny. No, I couldn't do it in time. So, yeah, double tap for the team.
I mean, usually Vindicator, you pick it up versus a hero like Tempest. With that Elemental Void, of course. That's a channeling ability. It's much easier to actually use it. Now, if Vindicator is going to be a main support, I mean, he's just level 2. It's going to take so long before he actually hits that level 6. And even if he does, I mean, I feel like it's already going to be too late. It's good versus the Magnus as well, because he needs to channel that Eruption. So if you use it in the midst of team fights, I mean, you're more or less just going to cancel the Eruption usage. But, I mean, they need a lot of stunts versus this lineup if they want to punish Recent Gaming for diving too far. I mean, as is this right now, like, what's going to happen as soon as Sync Esports gets, like, past the laning phase? Like, how are they going to deal with all the aggression coming out from a Magnus, Pyromancer, Bombardier ultimate, and on top of that, lots of Hellhounds running around Envis throughout the entire map? Like, they needed something to catch, like a Pharaoh ultimate maybe early on, something like punishes early aggression at least. And Vindicator and a Curse, they're good for it, I guess, but they don't have the mobility to make anything happen in early game.
Yeah, absolutely. As Midas bottom lane taking the Sticky Bomb. Explosion right there, but it's going to be fine. Again, another thing about Bombardier too, you're talking about the potential of him, and that's right, he also got some changes recently to the Bombardment now having the 2 charges on it, the Boom Dust, the fact that it's AoE now in that sense, where you put it in a place, not necessarily on a specific hero, and it goes to a couple that are happening to be nearby. So this guy definitely got some buffs in that balance patch that happened a little bit back now. So yeah, maybe he has been flying a little bit under the radar here, and this is going to be Immaboy showing that they have been kind of thinking about it at least, and willing to try it out. And obviously so far here it's doing pretty damn well. 3 assists to kick it off, and 29 and 6 creep farm equals 311 gold per minute apparently. So he is off to the great start. Again, it is still very funky seeing Immaboy on, I will say, because he's the you know, he is the essence of a carry player, and it's just Bombardier. It's just not a hero you think as like a carry, especially like a right-click carry in the hands of Immaboy, but it is what we see here. Top lane, no way. Is Zane going to get this? He is.
He's going for the double tap.
He might get 2. That's a level 2 Vindicator. 1 more auto attack. He has it. Wow. Zane just doing Zane things in the suicide. And meanwhile, Doctor comes back in actually with a buyback. Oh, boy.
Oh, man.
That was not worth it.
He would have potentially gotten the kill on Warbeast if Pyre Monster wouldn't have been up there as well, so I guess I see what he was trying to accomplish, but yeah, nice rotation by Tankafed and the supports once again.
Yeah. Yeah, that was a great job diving it. I mean, the fact that Zane gets 2 kills right there. He also has the 4 assists to work with because, well, he presses that W and he gets the assist when his teammates kill people. Meanwhile, Bombardment coming out from Bombardier right there. Excuse me, Airstrike, excuse me, coming out, and I guess Bombardment as well. But anyways, it kills Fabelli in the end, playing that Midas at the bottom lane. So, happen to catch him in a bad spot, and the train continues here for Reason Gaming. 7-1 hero kill lead. So, I mean, you already kind of set it with the lineup here. It just was a funky lineup and coming out from Team DsBn, but you know, here they are down 7-1 hero kills. Is there something that you think they could be doing a little bit differently here?
I'm not entirely sure. I mean, they don't have any initiation whatsoever. I guess Dr. Pulsar should try to rotate towards the mid, or Deadwood rotate towards the top. They need kills. I mean, they got Willowmaker off cooldown. That means that he needs to rotate, run around, and try to get or make something happen. I mean, as long as it doesn't show mid, Bombardier can't really be farming in the safe lane, and Warbeast can't really be on the lane as well. So him just going into the fog for a bit would more or less just secure 2 lanes not to be farming.
Yeah. Ooh, Bombardier. Fun there. He has a major totem right here. So that was kind of the other thing that I was curious to see what kind of build we'd see on Imba Boy here. Was it going to be something like more of a Grim War style, kind of going almost that carry style of intelligence hero, or well, in this case, it looks like I'm going to be a tablet.
Oh,
Actually,
no,
is that sticking off going to be enough? No, but oh, he's not going to follow it. Thought he was. That was close. Did he blow that up early? I almost feel like he blew it up early.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, he did. Bottle charges came out from Midas.
Okay.
I think that he potentially could have used it a little bit earlier. Oh, he's gonna get a kill here instead.
Minus.
No bottle charges this time.
Is that enough, though? I don't think it's enough.
Yeah. It's a level 4 bomb.
Jeez. Really? That's enough? Oh my gosh.
Yeah, that's a lot of magic damage. Of course, Midas is one of those counters almost to Bombardier because of that elemental warp. You can just wait until, you know, the last second, but
yeah, it goes up to
case,
420 magic damage if you let it go the full duration at level 4, and jeez, yeah, that was enough right there. Magnus middle lane. Nope, he's gonna Lava Surge. You could tell Devil was thinking about using the Willowmaker, but in the end, yeah,
it's a good decision by him. He should be rotating though, or he should be. He shouldn't be showing in the mid lane.
Ooh, top lane. What's up here, Andromeda? What's he doing? Oh my gosh, Vindicator's actually he's dealing with some creeps at his secondary tower. That was a little odd seeing.
I think he might get a kill here, Andromeda. That is.
Oh yeah, he's gonna run right into him.
Yeah, he got it.
Oh,
if he uses
wow.
the
Comet, the Aurora, well, it's like, yeah.
That's overkill. They shouldn't have done that. If you used the Aurora before the Comet, that was definitely a kill on its own.
Yeah.
But, better safe than sorry, I guess. Look at Magnus, by the way.
Oh, the greed's real, but it pays off somewhat. Not really. Eruption goes off, but oh, he just dodges the wrong grasp, but he can't dodge the Transmute. Neither can he dodge Dr. Repulsor. He's out of mana now. Actually, Lava Surge away, using those bottle charges, and Matthias, a.k.a. Own Me, he is still alive right now. Lava Surge another 4 seconds. Ain't going to happen. They chase him down. I mean, a lot of time taken to chase him down. You see everyone was basically after him. But, I mean, they still get the kill in the end. It's only their second kill of the game. But they'll take it.
They will. Look at the bot lane. Deadwood is in a great position. If he just... Oh, my...
Man, they're dodging these grasps here. I don't know if he got dodging or more so him missing, to be fair, but... It's a little bit of both.
It's to hit the target with Ghost Marchers, I guess.
Yeah.
Andromeda once again harassing Vindicator in the forest. No backup, though, on his part.
Yeah. Main support Vindicator just seems a little... It's just a support in general with any kind of stun is usually questionable in the first place. I mean, you think of all the support heroes that we see, like, is there any other support hero that comes to mind that doesn't have any kind of stun? Like, there's nothing. Like,
Pearl.
Empath maybe to an extent, but obviously he still even has one with the Essence Link.
It's the Pearl, I think. Doesn't have one.
And
Marcher doesn't have one.
That's true. And when was the last time we saw Pearl? It's been a while.
Long time ago. I think some people tried him out in a mid-roll. as kind of an initiator. I've seen Druids, Druids do it at sometimes, Sync as well. Mick has been playing it. And it's quite effective if you go for team fight kind of lineups, but yeah, it's not optimal at least.
Yeah.
But it got a lot of damage actually with their spells, but that's not in the support role.
Oh, the Artesia, of course, from Insania. There's that.
Yeah, that's well.
There's that we've seen a couple times, and yeah, let's not talk about that.
I think that the Vindicator support could work potentially versus a little bit more of defensive lineups, like versus a team like Complexity that always goes into late game. If you got a support and a Vindicator with that kind of final chapter ultimate, and you're versus like Behemoth and Magnus was very dependent on those portal keys, then it could potentially work. But in a game like this, when like last pick Vindicator, when you're versus a super offensive lineup, it just makes no sense.
Yeah. Immaboy's 430 gold per minute, just about. They're cleaning up Ancients right here, triple stack that is, and he's going to get most of them if not all. So, yeah, 470 gold per minute now coming out for Immaboy. He did go the tablet first. He already has another 1,000 gold saved up. It's only 13 minutes into the game, so you keep that in mind as well. I don't really know if there's a whole lot Team DsBn's going to be able to put together here because, again, nothing's really working. They got a Glowstone now and Dr. Repulsor, and he's farming some stacked camps right here. So the Icon of the Goddess is underway, and it's ideally will be here in the near future. But, again, Icon is not one of those items that screams, okay, at least here they come starting to come back into this game. It's just a nice tool. Oh, my God, what was that? He actually dropped his bottle right? What did he even do?
Airstrike, I guess. Word of Sight. He tried to counter it, or he tried to counter the Word of Sight.
Yeah.
That's hit off guard by the airstrike, and Dr. Repulsor is gonna fall at the top lane as well.
Ooh, he's actually.
He had to wait for the sticky bomb to.
Yeah. It's tough to time that, but in the end, he does go down. So good find, actually. Zane even credit for the kill right there with the Hellhounds. But yeah, we're already 14 minutes into this game, so I don't know, again, if it's going to last much longer here at this rate for Team DsBn. Now, Guifik's kind of just charging in YOLO style, and that's not going to work out too well, especially when he's not level 6 at this time. So, no flame consumption.
There is the portal key pickup from Tankafet and Magnus at the same time.
Yeah, I got the portal key of Pyromancer at the same time as Magnus. And Bombardier, apparently. He also wants. So it's not like you have 3 portal keys all of a sudden. It just like happened here for Recent Gaming. So they've been doing all this without that. I will say Recent Gaming again. I mean, this goes back to they too are just looking so good right now. But they are also kind of, in a sense, warming up here for their later match. In fact, their next match of the day against Sync Esports. That's going to be the next match here, and that one we're definitely going to be covering, of course, for obvious reasons.
You look at the top lane. Bombardier's gonna jump in with a sticky bomb on top of him.
Yeah. Midas couldn't even blink an eye before dying right there. Just happened so quickly, so.
That's a real nice tool. You just put the bomb on top of you and the portal key just lines up perfectly.
Oh, Magnus
is gonna find.
Hey, man. Another rotten grasp. Jeez. He's trying. He's trying, but yeah, they're just not connecting here. Again, it's not the easiest stun to land by any means, but it seems like he has been missing more than he should be. A curse gets caught. Dr. Repulsor will catch Pyromancer. No, the swap out from Chieli right there at the last second. It helps to keep him alive. And yeah, especially after this fight, as if it wasn't over already. Let's just go ahead and say it is over as the gazebo comes out. And there we go. It is official. GG, well played. Game 1 will, well, fairly easily go to Recent Gaming right there, taking care of business.
Fairly easily, yeah.
Bombardier, that was fun to see.
I would have loved to see Bombardier in action throughout a little bit more of an even game, just to see his late game potential and how you can actually like take advantage of the airstrike. So hopefully, possibly, they could pick it up versus Sync later on today. We will see. Wait,
Recent Gaming could pick it up against Sync?
Yeah, I would love to see it. I just feel like it fits their playstyle so well.
Oh, you mean, okay, that's what I was about to pick up Bombardier. For some reason, I was thinking like you were saying they need to pick up their play because they're not playing too well. And I'm just like, whoa, geez, they just dominated Team DsBn. No, but that makes more sense. Yeah, to see if they pick up Bombardier later on. That again, yeah, is this a taste of things to come, or was this them kind of knowing the matchup here, maybe not that worried about Team DsBn having fun with it? Well, we'll see. We'll see.
Zane was playing the Warbeast, so they got that late game potential as well. With all the lockdown and all the stuns, I mean, Warbeast is going to deal a lot of damage when it comes to late game, so they don't necessarily need like a Clanks hero, something like that, to actually like have a solid late game.
Yeah.
So I still think that it could be potential, or possible.